Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and do a second example. The second example is going to be with the flight attendant. So again, blah. Okay, so this is what we're given to us on the chart. And we're going to go ahead and draw a box and subtract, and we're looking for the lowest number. Just to save time, we're going to go ahead and look for the... Actually, I'm not going to save time. I'm just going to go ahead and draw the box, because I guess I have no life. Just kidding, guys. I got a life. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save the grief, and I'm just going to go ahead and pause this. And yeah, hold on. Alright, and we're back. So I went ahead and drew all the numbers on this chart. Again, this is called the assignment method on your class handout number 6. So again, identical. Here we have the schedule of A, B, C, D, blah, and the attendant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are attendants, and that's the schedule. And so what we're going to do again is follow our rules, right? If you guys want to use my rules, which is for each row, find the smallest number and subtract each number in that row. So smallest number on this row is 4. So we have here, I'm just going to go ahead and automatically subtract 4 from in my head. It's going to be 3, 0, 2. That's my paper. 6, 1, 4. Okay. Next, the next row, 4, 0, 1, 1, 8, 3, 2. Again, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm pretty much finding the smallest number in each row first, and then subtracting that smallest number to each number in that row. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know any other way to say it. So again, 4 is the smallest number in that row, and then you subtract it from that number from every one of them in that row. So again, 4, 0. So the next one is going to be, looks like 7. 7 is the smallest number. So 2, 2, 4, 0, 3, 1. Okay. I know you guys know how to do arithmetic, so that's why I'm not really hating now. So 5 is your smallest number. So you're going to subtract 5. 1, 3, 0, 4, and 5. 5 is your next number. 0, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1. Okay? And then lastly is going to be 9. That's your smallest number. So 10 times 9 is 1. 3, 2, 0, 0, 1. Okay? So now that we've subtracted the smallest number from each row, now we're going to do the column. Rule number 2. For each column, find the smallest number and subtract each number in that column. So we're looking for the smallest number for each column, and we see that 0 is that number. So we're going to leave it alone because subtracting everything by 0 is kind of pointless and inefficient. And then again we see 0 in that column, so we're going to leave it alone. But we see that 1 is the smallest number here. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 1 for each number in this column. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, now we see that there's zeros here, so we'll leave it alone. And then we see that there's a 0 here, we'll leave that alone. But then we also see that there's 1 in this column, so we're going to go ahead and subtract 1 from each number here. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That's going to be 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay? So next step is going to be, for each row, find a row with the least amount of zeros. And then some examples is like you want to look for singles first, then doubles, then triples. And then there's a tip: if a 0 is taken in that row or column, go to the next 0. So I think we already discussed that. So we're gonna go ahead and look for each row with the least amount of zeros. Okay, so we see that there's 1 0 here, and then we're gonna go for the next one. 1 0 here, 2. Next one is gonna be 1 2. Next it's 1. Next 1 2 3. Next is 1 2 3. I believe I have those right. Should be 0, correct? Alright, great. Alright, so this one is actually a little bit challenging. So of course we're going to claim this 0, because it's the one with a single 0. And then we're also going to claim this 0, because there's only 1 0 there. And then we're going to go ahead and look. So we can see that there's 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. So we're going to go ahead and look at these. Okay, but we see that this is not taken, and neither is this one. So which one do we choose? All right, so and I got the answer right, or I got the correct answer when I did this. But what I did was I chose the one with the lowest cost. So what I mean by that is I chose 4 over 5, because we want to save money, not waste money or spend more than we're supposed to. So I went ahead and chose 4 as my option for this one. Alright, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I don't care, I'm just trying to help. So, and now we're good. Alright, so I chose that because of my reasoning there, and that's where you start using your brain. So next you look at the next one, and we see that it's already taken. So we leave that one alone, we don't want that 0. But we look at the next one, and we're like, bam, got this one. Oh mama. So, and now we look at the next few options here. So we look at this 0, you see that it's taken. Okay, so you leave that one alone. Okay, gotta find another person. And another schedule, well, this one's empty. It's pretty nice. And then you look at this one, this one's already taken, so I'll take this one. You really don't have much of a choice, but whatever. And lastly, you go ahead, you could compare if you want to. These are taken, but your only option is this one. And this is how I'm going to do it in my exam. Just put red boxes and claim these numbers here. And just circle them, because it's just, I don't want to compare and then accidentally look at the wrong number. But if you want to do that, hey, it's you. Do you. So again, these numbers are where I found these, and all you're doing is now you're just comparing. So again, flight attendant, call it FA, schedule, and hours or nights away from home. So I'm just gonna put days. So you go ahead and compare 2, flight attendant 2 with schedule A, and the original number was 4, as you can see here, 4. So 4, and you do the same thing. You could either or, you could go by schedule or you could go by flight attendants. You could do whatever you want. And so go to schedule B. Probably been smarter to go with the flight attendant. So I'll just go 1 and B, and that's going to be 4. Again, you find that number right here. Or you could put it right there, like a smart man. Alright, so next is going to be 5 and C, and that's going to be 6. And next is going to be 4 and D, and that's going to be 5. 6 in E, it's going to be 9. Again, here, and then comparing it there in 9. That's how I'm getting this part. And lastly, it's going to be flight attendant 3 with schedule F. And it's going to be 0. Oh, no, excuse me. My bad, right there. That's the number. 8. So, get my crap here together. You add the total, and it's going to be 36. And depending on what they're asking for, I believe this is to minimize the total number of nights the attendants will be away from home. So in this case, again, we want to minimize the nights the attendants away from home, and that'll be 36. And you can see in his little solutions manual, it can be a little tricky to look at. You're seeing a lot of yada yada stuff, but we see the answer. You know, we picked the right answers. So, you know, B, blah blah blah. We have the minimum cost of 36. So, and you could actually look at this and compare your notes as well. So some of them don't have them, some of them do. So that's the second part of the test, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, it is. And we're gonna go to the third part right now.